All right, hello everybody. Giving you an interesting task today. There's two videos involved in the task. This is video number one, which explains to you a little bit about it, and video number two then tells you what to do and how to do it and what I'd like you to do. Okay, so from here on, as when we get back to school, and hopefully we get that back there soon enough, your next project is going to be made to make a desk tidy or design and make a desk tidy. The designing part is going to be done now here at home with help from me and with submission of work and so on. And when we get back to school, hopefully we'll get a chance to make it. Okay, so what I have here in front of me at the moment is I have the design brief that I've attached to your this brief here, this document. I have it attached to Google Classroom, so it allows you to download it and then you can print it and write onto the sheet if you want, or if you want as well, because some of you won't have printers or won't have access to a printer all the time, you can literally just write out this piece of text. I might actually make that a bit bigger. And you can write it in your copybook or you can write it on a blank page. It doesn't matter where you do it. What's important is that you do it and that you understand what you're doing. So it's that piece of text that is important on the sheet. And what I want to talk to you about now is, well, what actually is that piece of text? Okay, so I'm just going to read it out. And explain what it is that I'm asking you to do effectively in this lesson at least. So we are being asked to design a neat and compact artifact for your desk to organize writing and study accessories in a neat and compact way. Okay, so first of all, what actually is that piece of text? Well, we call that section that body of text, that paragraph of text. You'll hear that called in your book and by me and by the third years a design brief. That is what it is, right? So this is your design brief. Now, a design brief, okay, what actually is it in normal language, right? It outlines, okay, the details of the item to be made. Okay, so it tells you what it is I'm interested in making. So I suppose, in other words, it's like a set of instructions, right? So it outlines the details of the item to be made and it highlights conditions and instructions you must follow. Conditions and instructions you must follow. So I suppose basically it's like a set of instructions for your project. What do I want you to design and what do I want you to make? That's what it comes down to. Okay, so in our case then, ours is we're being asked to design a neat and compact artifact for your desk to organize writing and study accessories in a neat and compact way. And just, I suppose, as a background as to why I've picked this design brief, I've done it before with classes, but I think this year with being at home and with all of us working at different desks and maybe having to share desks with people and having to move our equipment around and stuff from time to time, I was interested in coming up with something that you would find useful as well as aesthetic and pretty and, well, helpful in any house. Okay, useful is the big thing. So I just said to myself, well, what do all the kids need at home at the moment? And at the moment for us, I think a desk tidy or at least a little unit where we can store all that information and maybe make it portable. I don't know, maybe you have to share a desk with somebody and halfway during the day I have to do this. Certainly I'm here at the kitchen table at the moment, but later on in the day, I have to share a desk with the husband or my husband, I suppose, and I'll have to gather all my bits and pieces from out here and bring them into the desk and bring them back out again. And so I have a unit that stores my set squares, my pens and my pencils. You've seen the one on my own desk in school, and I just find it a very handy item. So I would like to make, or us to design and make one of them. Okay, now that's the background to what a design brief is. What we're going to do with it today, first of all, before we ever get to designing the project, is we're going to do an analysis on that design brief. So when you look at the next video, and the next video is the one that does the analysis of the brief, okay? That will explain exactly what it is I would like you to do today, okay? And in classes later on in the week, I'll be going through information to help you actually design the project, okay? So that's our design brief. When we get back to school, we're going to make a desk tidy. We're now going to go design it. And the brief I have given you, the information I've given you, the instructions I've given you reads as, and let's look at it again because it's important. I am asking you to design a neat and compact artifact for your desk to organize writing and study accessories in a neat and compact way. And in the next video, we will analyze, that's what analysis means, we will analyze that sentence and break it down into the bits that are important for the project and important for us to think about. Okay, when you're done today, I'd like you to submit a copy of your sheet and we will move on from there then, okay? With this design brief, mind you, I suppose it's important to mention I will be adding in, or I suppose every second or third lesson, I'll be putting in lessons on theory as well, a little bit more sketching and a little bit more on theory work, just to get that done while we're at home. It can be done easily over video, and it means when we get back to school, we'll be able to move on. All right, guys, thanks very much for listening.